This is Greece, a country with incredible culture, scenery, and history. And in this video, I will be sent back in time to see this history for myself. But that also means that I'm gonna have to travel across the ancient world and encounter some of this land's most terrifying mythology while trying to return home to the modern age. This is the largest episode of this series so far, and I even hired an archaeologist to help ensure that our recreations are as accurate as they can be. So without further ado, let's get started. I'll be starting here, in the modern era, at the Olympia Archaeological Museum. I'm meant to meet some friends here who want to explore Greece with me. After all, I'm just on vacation, and nothing is going to ruin that. Alright. Good morning, Greece. There's like a city over there, okay. And that is the museum that I'm meant to meet my friends at. Okay. The question is, do I get resources? Like, do I get materials? I don't know. This is weird. I'm meant to be on vacation. Meant to be having a break. But, yeah, I am gonna get some very basic items here. I gathered some wood and made this crafting table. Okay. Is that a deer? That is a deer. I mean, should I? Do I need food? Maybe. Look, you know, some museums don't even have concessions, so I think this is probably a safe bet. Well, it's gonna just keep running from me. That's fine. Yeah, I gave up on the deer. After all, I'm on vacation. Which also means that it's now time for me to head to the museum.
Smitty, I'm so glad that you can make it. I figured that with all of the hard work you've been doing recently, you could use a vacation.
Thank you.
And since you love history, there's no better place to visit than Greece.
Mate,
That's true.
I've got to tell you about this guy I saw the other day. He looked just like Elton John. But when I went to give him a friendly tackle, he got all mad at me. Turns out, he was not Elton John.
You got some
All
problems,
right,
man.
are we ready to start the tour? Here, let me hand out these guidebooks.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Do we get to keep these?
Yes, they actually cover multiple important locations throughout the ancient world.
I told my mum she was from the ancient world, and she didn't care much for that.
Hudson,
Okay.
let the guide start the tour. Now then, as you might have guessed, Olympia is where the famous Olympic Games originated. The first time they were recorded was in 776 BCE. Most of the items that you see here in this museum were excavated right here beneath your feet.
What about this strange-looking pot?
Why is it whispering?
That is one of the exceptions, as that pot was actually found north of here in Delphi. It depicts Kronos, who was the embodiment of time in Greek mythology.
It's whispering at
He
me.
was also known for a lot of other things. Isn't Delphi where the oracle lived? That's right. People traveled from all around the ancient world to hear her prophecies within the temple of Apollo. Of course, it's now theorized that natural gases leaking beneath the temple were the cause of her strange mumblings.
I have got to try that. Where is this temple?
Hudson, behave.
Is this?
Now
Should
then,
this be
let
doing
me
this?
direct your attention over here
Hello?
to this column. In ancient Greek architecture,
I feel like
three types of columns were commonly used.
I feel like this is important.
Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian. Do you want to have a guess as to which one this is?
French.
That wasn't one of the options.
I think I need to collect it.
Is this Ionic? That's right. You'll see this type of column all
What
the time.
exactly just happened? Should I not have done that? Oh?
You know, I have a theory that certain artifacts and locations have memories, just like you and I.
Okay. I see stone. And I hear very different noises. Okay, where exactly am I? Charlotte? Hudson? Anyone? Tour guide? Anyone at all, please? Oh. Oh no.
This is Olympia, one of the most famous locations of the ancient world, and a stunning display of classical Greek architecture. Olympia, of course, is also where the Olympic Games were held every 4 years. And while the starting date for the Games is still debated, many scholars have settled on 776 BCE, thanks to the writings of the ancient author Hippias. During the Games, the Olympic truce guaranteed safe travel for any visitors, and if you were caught cheating in the Games, then a bronze statue would be constructed to shame you, allowing visitors and other competitors to see this permanent warning. And that's because cheating was seen as a religious offense to Zeus, who selected the winners of the Games himself. Speaking of Zeus, Olympia is also home to the Temple of Zeus, an incredible feat of ancient architecture that housed one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world within it. The 40-foot tall, or 12-meter tall, statue of Zeus. Regardless, this is where my journey across the ancient world begins, in a place very much tied to the modern era, yet severed by time. I made my way down into the ancient site.
So, of course, the one time that I try to go on a vacation, I can't have a vacation. And I'm sent back in time to who knows when. I'm assuming that's what's going on here. I mean, that... it's kind of hard to deny that. That has to be what's going on. Either that or I got teleported to, like, a really cool historic reenactment. I mean, hey, they do Civil War reenactments all the time. Maybe this is a high-budget, ancient Greece reenactment. Maybe I'm on the set of the Odyssey. Who knows? Huh. Hello? Hi. Yeah, hi. What's up? Alright, so that gives me more reason to believe that this is this is real. Yeah, I've definitely been sent back in time. Okay. Oh, that he looks intimidating. I'm gonna keep over here. Okay, alright. Well, I want a vacation. This is a bit different. Still very interesting. I'm going to have to collect materials, though. Like, this is a normal type of thing. Okay, I guess we'll just make normal tools or whatever. Let me see something. Alright, so I guess this will help navigate me through my world here. Oh, the sun's gonna be setting soon. Yeah, I should probably get like a bed or something, you know?
Eventually, I found myself at the stadium. And this is where I finally discovered some loot.
Oh, this is good. Okay, okay. We have some stuff to start with here. Some olive oil, some wheat. Discus. Well, that wasn't very... okay.
As I left the stadium, the sun began to set on my first night in the ancient world. As the night set in, I remembered a rather helpful crafting recipe.
I'm pretty sure I can craft a straw bed. Yes, yes I can. Okay, that's huge. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Okay. Good night. Maybe when I wake up, it will be back to normal. Okay, so it looks as though that was not the case. I am still in ancient Greece. Never thought that sentence would leave my mouth, but here we are.
I headed over to the legendary Temple of Zeus. Only as I did, I had a realization.
Okay, wait, I did just realize something. I do actually have a lead. I have a place that I can go to. The vase that they were talking about was from Delphi. Or is it Delphi? I've heard it pronounced both ways. But that's where the vase is from. So if we go there, maybe we'll like talk to the oracle and she can give me the vase. And what, do I break it again? Do I reassemble it? I don't know. But we have a starting point. Okay. Delphi. Delphi. Now, silly question, but where is Delphi from here? I don't know. I do have this handy little guidebook. Okay. So my starting point where I wanted to meet up with them at was somewhere around here.
That pot was actually found north of here in Delphi.
North of here. So we'll head north and we'll see.
I now had a plan, and as for the pronunciation discrepancy, Delphi is how the Greek pronounce it, so I'll do the same from here. Anyways, before setting off on my journey to Delphi, I want to take a look around. After all, this is a place that I'll never get to travel to again.
I mean, the whole question is, if you traveled back in time, would you want to return back to the present? For me, definitely eventually. Depending on when and where, of course. But of course I'd like to look around and see what things were like back then, you know? So many ancient landmarks have just been lost to time. So many.
I now began to leave Olympia, as heading to Delphi and getting home was my priority. Soon enough, I reached the countryside and said my goodbyes.
Alright, farewell, Olympia. Man, that's weird. Just thinking that I'll be the last person to really see this from the modern era. The only person to see this from the modern era. I don't even know how to convey the technicalities of that. That is so strange. Huh. Well, yeah. Goodbye, Olympia.
I continued further down the countryside, and even reached this river that evening. From here, I knew I had to get some basic equipment, so I dug down and collected some stone. I used this stone to craft an axe. and then I did some fishing as the sun set. The next morning, I knew it would be wise for me to try and follow this river as north as I can. After all, Delphi is up here, which is a good bit north of where I am now. Anyways, before setting off, I wanted to prepare for my journey. So I did some mining.
No shot. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Because I know I can't do anything. I can't collect it. Okay, I gotta know how many. Yeah, 3. Oh well. Could've made a nice diamond axe. That right there, that's the gods taunting me. I already know it.
From here, I smelted this sand into glass, and then crafted glass bottles. Then I finally made a boat, and set off.
The ancient world isn't ready for me. I am unstoppable with my discuses. Sounds like I'm just saying discusses really strangely. Discus.
Soon enough, I came to a fork in the river, so I took the northernmost path.
Do you think I should just, like, give these people Sour Patch Kids and see how they react? Oh, wait a minute. We have our very first structure. Well, okay, aside from Olympia, we have our very first structure. What is this? That's just like a little well. Cute. Love it. And there's this path.
I headed up this dirt path and saw this small rural structure.
Is that an owl? Hello? Oh, hello, dog. Hi, can we be friends? Hello? No, he's just staring at the tree. Oh, hello, horse. Hello. We can be friends, surely, right? I guess I'd need to make you a saddle. Didn't they change the crafting recipe for this recently? Yeah, you can't even craft it in this version. That's so weird. Alright, well first, let's try to tame you at least. See if we can get that done before night sets in. We are friends. We are friends. Oh, best friends. Maybe that's too soon. Oh, yeah, okay. We are best friends.
Sure enough, there was a saddle nearby. Although at this time, the Greeks would have used cloth or pads, which definitely made horseback riding quite uncomfortable. Anyways, as the evening set in, I decided to do some boar hunting. No, everything was going so well, then I decided to attack you. Okay. That's totally my fault. Oh, where did you even come from? Oh. Okay. To be fair. Now I hear wolves. Okay, that was my fault. That was entirely my fault. I can't even deflect that. Nope. Okay, olives. Yum, olives. Yes. What does olive oil do? It does nothing. Thank you. Yeah, I healed up the best that I could tonight. Because the next morning, I knew it was time to continue my journey.
I think I know what I have to call you. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm gonna call you Homer. Oh, but you could be like an ancient Greek Homer, or you could be like Homer Simpson. I'd love if you were more the former. What? 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 Even? What? What? No.
I quickly got in the water and slowly headed to the other side of the river to cook some fish.
Alright, just stay there for a minute, okay, Homer? Oh, don't talk to the boar. No, don't talk to him. He's not friendly. Although he isn't the one who did whatever that was.
After healing up, I collected Homer and we continued our journey. Only on the river now. Soon enough, I saw a new wood type, and my curiosity got the best of me. I carefully approached this tree and went to see what it was.
Okay, I just want to see what type of wood this is. Olive wood, okay. Olive, oh, interesting. That is odd, alright.
With that discovery, Homer and I simply continued up the river. That afternoon, a much larger structure came into view, so the two of us approached it.
Σε παρακαλώ, χρειάζομαι την βοήθειά σου. Το τεράστιο αγριογούρουνο τρομοκρατεί τα πρόβατά μου. Χρειάζομαι κάποιον να το σκοτώσει. Ζει στα βουνά, στο τέλος του μονοπατιού. Σε παρακαλώ, βοήθησέ με.
Okay, Let's talk about what I gathered there. Okay. Now I'm just making this awkward. Okay. Can I, like, click on you? Yes, I can. That doesn't help. Yep, I'll help. Yeah, man, I got you. I will help. Alright, quest accepted. The Beast of the Mountain Path. Okay. Alright. I mean, I did agree to this, but I didn't really agree to this, you know? No, he doesn't even know what I'm saying. He has no clue. Alright, my friend, I'll do my best. I don't even know what this is, but I'll do my best.
As I met back up with Homer, I noticed a scroll in my inventory.
You have agreed to help this farmer by defeating the giant boar that lives at the end of a mountain path up by Foragi Voraiko. Bring back to Tusk to claim your reward. So, we have to defeat a giant boar that is in a gorge. Seems simple enough.
Before embarking on this quest, Homer and I decided to stay here at the rural farm for the night. As I woke up on day 5, I gathered Homer and we continued up the river. This took most of the day, but by the afternoon, I had reached a large gorge.
Guidebook updated?
I got up to a safe spot and read the guidebook entry.
Okay. Does this mean... Oh, yeah, I can click on this entry. Okay. The Voraikos Gorge. This sheer limestone cliff was said to have been cut by Heracles himself. Legend says the hero tore this gorge open with his bare hands to reach Vora, a river nymph that he loved. The river below has carried her name ever since, though the Greeks once called it the Erasenos. Dense forest, hidden caves, and waterfalls dot the passage now, and a cave sanctuary further south once served as an oracle to the hero who made all of this. Some claim you can still hear water on stone and mistake it for an argument between gods. I love that. That is so cool. Okay, real quick, map-wise, we are up here, which means that we are right around here, I believe. Delphi was north of Olympia, so we might need to do a little loop. Like, we might need to go more this way. I don't even know if that makes sense. Well, in that case, we need to find this, what'd the thing say? Lives at the end of a mountain path up by... Okay, so let's look at both ends of the path, shall we? There's a path right there, but it curves around that way, and it goes up there. Let's try that.
I followed this path into a dark mountainous area. I knew this giant boar could be anywhere. So before heading further, I decided to try and get some armor. The next morning, I dug into the side of this mountain and got to mining. Eventually, I found this one piece of iron. Yeah, not very helpful. So I mined some more. And while I did find a few more pieces, it still wasn't enough. However, after a lot more mining, it seemed as though luck was not on my side. I decided to call it a day and smelt what I did have. Meanwhile, I collected some flint. I then crafted a flint and steel, a shield, and an iron helmet. So yeah, I was as ready as I could be. I followed this mountain path further and further, and then it ended.
Said at the end of... Oh. Oh, yeah, this is probably the right area. Okay.
After attaching Homer to this post, I continued up the mountainside.
Man, that's a health bar. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like that I can't see you. Come out, come out. Please, actually, please come out. This is stressful. Where are you? I hate this so much.
Sure enough, as this storm started up, I spotted the boar.
How are you doing today, my friend? I am going to go with the tower approach. Yeah, check this out. Oh, can't do much from down there, can ya? No? But I can throw my disc guy at you. Yeah, you better run. That's all of those gone. Okay. Alright, what's your range? Ooh! Oh, that is good range. That is good range.
My towering up strategy clearly didn't work. So this time, I went for a more direct approach.
Okay, we're just gonna go in. Just time this perfectly. Nope. No. Come on. Almost there. Yes, come on, come on. Yes, 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 yes. And it's just that easy. It is just that easy. Look at that. Oh, Homer, you'd be so proud of me.
With that, I headed to Homer, and we rode through the stormy countryside back towards the farm. We reached the farm the next morning.
Guess who's back with your boar tusk? I know. I did it. Alright, I'll leave you here, Homer. Oh? Oh, this is my my reward. Thank you. I wish you the best. Okay. A wooden lyre. Oh, okay. Oh, this is my favorite song. I love that song. Okay. Oh, there's songs? Okay. That is a solid one. Love that one. There's some interesting songs here. Okay. Oh, I'm completely ruining it. Alright, I'm sorry. Thank you, that is a very kind gift. I'm sorry that you had to endure that.
After collecting Homer, we then retraced our steps back to the gorge, which we reached this evening. And after spending the night in a cave, I woke the next morning and continued up the forested path. I eventually found another farmstead, but no one was home.
Interesting. Okay. I'll take your spear. Well, wait. 6 attack, not... Yeah, I don't really want the spear. Ooh. Okay. Pomegranate. I'm not really finding a use for olive oil, so you can have that. I'll take your olives, though. Bronze coins. I guess I'll take those in case I need to, like, pay for something. I feel bad robbing this poor farmer who is definitely out. I'll take your cobwebs. He's gonna return home and all of his prized possessions, like his cobwebs, are gonna be gone.
The two of us carried on through the mountains, and by that afternoon, we had reached the coast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. That is a ship. This is the coast. Interesting.
I woke up on day 10 knowing that I had to cross the top of the Peloponnese. However, I didn't realize just how scenic this travel would be. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I worked with an archaeologist on this video to ensure that each of the main landmarks are rooted in historical accuracy. So first, I'd like to give a huge thanks to Veronika Nagy of the University of Vienna. She wrote a document for me that is over 100 pages long, going into the intricacies of her studies and the locations that I'll be visiting. However, it is very important to note that archaeology is a constantly changing field. The information available now might be different in 10 years' time. We also had to take some creative liberties for the story, and in order to fill in the gaps of what we just don't know, Regardless, this in-depth research on Veronika's behalf has certainly shaped this take on the ancient world. On the morning of day 14, I came across some rudimentary fishing huts. These fishermen didn't have much, so I decided to give them some gifts instead.
Hello, sir. I would like to play a song for you. I did not take your loot. I'm very nice. And I'm going to play a song. I am like the nicest person ever. Boots is contributing by running all across my bed. He's just going crazy. You are welcome. Look at that. I'm uniting the ancient world. Look at me go. Interesting. A conch shell. Alright. And this is my gift to you, sir. Look at that, Homer. Look at that. We really are uniting the ancient world.
Homer and I rode towards some towering stone mountains that night. And the next morning, we continued up and across them. We were now crossing the bridge between the Peloponnese and central Greece. However, around midday, I stopped at this lake to do some hunting. And some cooking. Anyways, we continued along the rocky coasts towards Delphi, until we reached an interesting location that evening.
Oh, is this a guidebook location? Alright. Hang tight a minute. Alright. Cave of the Seal. Locals call it Phokia, the Seal Cave, which is a sea grotto carved into the cliffs of the Corinthian Gulf. So hidden, it stayed nameless to outsiders for centuries. The ancient Greeks called the seal Phoca, a word some trace to a much older story. Phocus, son of the sea nymph Samath and King Aeacus of Aegina, murdered by his own jealous half-brothers Telamon and Peleus. Some say the seals that once crowded these coastlines carried something of his spirit, watchful and slow to trust. The cave itself is barely reachable, tucked behind a stone archway where sunlight rarely falls. Whatever waits in the dark here has had a long time to wait alone.
I went to explore this dark cave.
And there's something glowing in there. Okay. It is a feather. Okay. Ooh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That... You cannot do that! What are you? Oh, you're a harpy. You're a harpy. I know you. I know you. Did I get into your territory? Is this... Do we have to fight? I think we have to fight. I think we have to fight. I think we have to fight. Nope. No, no. Okay. Okay. Come here. Come on. That's right. That's right. Uh-huh. Alright. That's my first piece of mythology. I actually know a good bit about harpies because in middle school, I was in a modern interpretation of Jason and the Argonauts. Yeah. Basically kickstarted my acting career. I decided not to go into acting after that because I wanted to give other actors a chance. I was kind of too good, you know? But yeah, alright. Homer, you will not believe this. Just encountered a harpy. Don't know why you're walking away from me. I think it's pretty cool, but alright.
I now had a new strategy in mind. I collected Homer, and we rowed out through the mouth of the cave. As we entered the Gulf of Corinth, I sailed along the northern shore, knowing that this would be the best way to spot Delphi. We ended up rowing along the scenic coasts for most of the day. But sure enough, that evening, I spotted a port. Homer and I headed for the adjacent shore as I want to be discreet. As we arrived at the port that night, I tried being sneaky, but yeah, I failed miserably. Anyways, I soon found this locked chest. And naturally, I wanted to find the key.
Why would you just have a barrel full of bones? Would you have multiple barrels of bones? Okay. It's gonna be way more sneaky than I am being. I want to find this key. I'm very curious to see what's in that chest. I was never here. I promise I'm not Spartan. That's what a Spartan person would say. Well, they'd say that, but in Greek. Okay. I don't think that they're suspicious of me. I think that we're cool for right now. I don't know. I would be suspicious of someone wearing very different attire that has not really been invented yet. Going through my barrels of dead fish bones. Just want to find this key. Hey, there we go.
After finally finding the key, I went to open the chest.
We have a pan flute. I'll stick with the one musical instrument. Bag of wind. Sure, I'll take that. Golden string. Yeah, I'll take that too. Oh. That's kind of huge. Definitely take that. Don't really want any of this other stuff. That's pretty good armor-wise, but it, weak to arrows from behind. That's funny. That's funny. Bag of wind. Oh. Oh, that's kind of huge. Okay. It does have durability, though. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I really like this. Okay, I'm gonna have to use this very sparingly. I'll put that there for now.
Homer and I spent the rest of the night here under this tree. The next morning, the two of us followed this road up into the mountains. Soon enough, we were able to spot a town in the distance, and as we entered it, our location was confirmed. Legend has it that Zeus once released two eagles from the opposite ends of the earth. Those eagles met here at Delphi, marking it as the center of the world. Visitors from near and far would travel here to meet the oracle, who is housed here in the Temple of Apollo. The oracle would accept visitors who paid a fee or donation, and then she would mutter some strange words. Her priests would interpret this, and just like that, a prophecy was told. Both her fame and the site's legend of being the world's center made Delphi a sanctuary and a spiritual capital of the ancient world. I searched the streets of this sanctuary and asked around for the oracle.
Hi, do you know where the oracle is? Oracle? No? Oracle. Vase. Golden vase. It's like yay high, and it whispers. It goes. Okay.
Then I had the bright idea to search the large temple.
feel like I shouldn't go back here. Oh.
Ποιος είναι εκεί? Όχι, όχι, ιερείς μου. Αφήστε αυτόν τον άνδρα να μπει. Φοράει κάτι παράξενο. Πρέπει να του μιλήσω. Γεια σου παράξενε ξένε. Σε περιμένει ένα ταξίδι. Βλέπω πλοία να πετούν στον ουρανό. Ψυχές παγιδευμένες μέσα τους. Που ταξιδεύουν για να δουν τους αγαπημένους τους. Αλλά κάτι δεν πάει καλά. Ενδιαφέρον. Αυτό είναι το μόνο που μπορώ να δω.
I agree.
Τώρα φύγε. Φύγε!
Okay, I'm guessing that's you telling me to go. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Not really sure what to do with that because that didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I genuinely had no idea what she said to me, and it's not like her priest could have helped. So I returned to searching the streets of Delphi for this vase.
Oh, it's got to be up here. This is the tallest building. Has to be up here. It is not up here. Okay. Oh.
Tere! You are not supposed to be here. What, are you confused by seeing a divine presence before you? Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Hermes, the god of travelers, trade, commerce, thieves, athletes, official messenger of the gods. Luckily for you, I am also the god of language and communication. That means I get to communicate to you how much you're not supposed to be here. So, how did you end up here?
I was trying to have a vacation, okay? I wanted to look at the museum, see all the cool things. There was this pot that was whispering to me, and I felt inclined to try to pick it up. That's not the best look for me, I know. But then it shattered, and then next thing you know, I'm in Olympia. So, yeah.
Ah, I see. Unfortunately, I know the vase you speak of. Please, follow me.
Okay.
Sat right here on that table, splitting into 4 pieces out of nowhere the other day. Those pieces have already been taken by different people. Clearly, I need to get you home. Let me go ask the Oracle where the pieces are. You sit right here.
Oh, what's the deal with this Oracle, anyways?
People come from all around the world to visit her.
Oh, so she's kind of like Bucky's. Alright. Oh, there he goes. Just floating away. Okay. Is this the first time I'm meeting a deity in this series? That's interesting. Seems like a nice guy. Seems like he actually wants to help me, which is good. Now, he did mention that it split into 4 pieces, and they've already been taken. So, I'm guessing I'm going to have to find each of these pieces, recraft the vase, and then I can finally return home. Okay. Not really sure how I feel about all that. Oh, yes, your holiness.
I've arrived. She loves to speak in riddles. Ah, so fun. She only told me the location of one piece, and it's not good news. So, basically, a man from Athens was visiting, and he ended up taking one of the pieces. Unfortunately, this man had already been selected for a very special opportunity. He's going to be one of the 14 lucky contestants who get to be sacrificed to the Minotaurus. Look, I hate to say it, but if you want that piece, you're going to need to sneak onto the sacrifice ship and figure out who has your piece. The ship leaves from Piraeus in 5 days. That's the main port of Athens. So, in the meantime, rest up, and when you're ready, just head east from here. May the road rise favorably beneath your sandals.
So, I have to go and find this piece from this guy who's going to be sacrificed to the Minotaurus?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, that's okay. Any godly advice?
Well, it would help if you were a god, because then you could just, wouldn't die. It would be helpful.
Alright, so I've got to head to Athens for a ship that leaves in 5 days, heading to the Minotaur. I love that. Love all of that, really. This is good. You think that, like, maybe he would help me out a bit more and, like, give me something to protect myself with, but no. Where's Homer? There you are. What you doing over there?
After finding Homer, we rode down to the base of the sanctuary. I decided to take Hermes' advice and rest up here in this spiritual sanctuary. Hermes said that Athens was east of here, so that's where I headed. As I ventured into the dry mountains, I found this cave. There was a lot of iron at the entrance, so of course I mined it. From here, I rode down into this grassy valley and spent the night at an abandoned farmhouse.
Be kind to him, Hermes. He knows not what dangers lie ahead on his journey.
I'll help him where I can. Strange attire he wears. You don't think you could weave me up something similar, do you?
Now, Hermes, your clothing suits you just fine. But yes, watch after him as he attempts his journey. It's very unlikely that he'll ever make it home.
The next morning, I continued east towards Athens. After all, Athens is here at the bottom of this peninsula, so I still had a good bit to go. Regardless, after riding all day, I found myself at a strange lion statue that evening. So I decided to sleep here at its base, knowing nothing of the history surrounding it. This statue commemorates the Battle of Chaeronea, freshly fought here on this soil in 338 BCE. This battle is where Philip II of Macedonia defeated a military coalition formed by Athens and Thebes. Of course, this was all a part of Philip's slow conquest of Greece, and unfortunately for Greece, this victory solidified his dominance over the land. However, it wasn't just Philip who this victory was credited to, as he couldn't have done it without the help of his 18-year-old son, Alexander the Great. This battle marked a turning point in the ancient world, a world that was not ready for the amount of conquest that would soon come. And this statue marks a mass grave that commemorates those who lost their lives here, making it one of Greece's oldest war memorials. On day 20, I just did a lot more riding. We were swiftly making our way across the countryside and closer to the ancient city. That night, I smelted my iron here at another farmhouse. And the next morning, I decided to shear some sheep. From here, I crafted some armor. and continued east through the forests. Finally, after cutting my way through some thick forestry that evening, I climbed up this hill and was welcomed to Greece's ancient city-state. This city needs no introduction. As one of the oldest cities in the world, Athens has had almost 5,000 years of flourishing arts, education, and philosophy. And while Athens does look very different today, roots of the historic buildings can be found all throughout the modern city, which also means that it's very difficult to excavate and properly understand what the older homes used to look like. But what we do know is that Athens is often seen as the origin of democracy, meaning that this ancient city has shaped the growth of Western culture. So much can be said about Athens, and we honestly can't even scratch the surface of it in this video. Because there really is no city on Earth that is quite like Athens. Before making my way to the port, I knew I had to check out the Acropolis, so I rode my way up to it.
Alright. New guidebook location. Probably shouldn't be taking a horse through here, but that's okay. Look at that. There it is. Alright, let's read up. The Acropolis. Athena and Poseidon once stood on this very rock and fought for the city below. He struck the stone and brought forth a spring of seawater. She planted an olive tree, and the Athenians chose her gift over his. Her name was placed on the city ever since. The Parthenon that crowns the hill today was raised by Pericles in the wake of war, funded by the treasury of an empire, built to replace a temple that the Persians burned to the ground. Some of that older temple's broken stones were buried in the earth here, rather than thrown away. 3,000 years of worship, ruin, and rebuilding, and the goddess still hasn't given the hill back.
As I rode my way back down this hill, I was suddenly interrupted.
Well, hey there.
Hello?
Mind you.
Oh, hey again, Hermes.
Hey. I love a good tourist hotspot as much as anyone else, but your ship is leaving soon. You're going to want to get to that port. And they're definitely going to confiscate any items you have on you. So hand over whatever you want me to hold on to, including your horse.
Including Homer?
Yes.
I know you just said that. I'm just confirming out of sadness. Okay. All right. Take my bag of wind. Take my pomegranates. Take my lyre. That's kind of important. Some wool. All my food. They're really gonna take everything? Okay, hold up. Let me drink up. Yummy. My armor, of course. That's all important. Oh, take very good care of this guidebook. It's really cool. And it's important. So.
Okay.
That's important to me. Yeah, just take kind of mostly everything. Are they even like torches? They'll take absolutely everything?
Everything on you, yep.
Okay. Oh, also maybe take some white concrete powder.
That's okay. You did not have that.
Oh, they're also gonna try and take my dirt too, so I might need to take that.
I don't want it. Stay back.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to be kind here.
Just need your horse now.
Oh yeah, true. Well, you have the lead, so you and Homer will get along just fine.
And look for the ship with the red and white stripes. Oh, and once you find the piece and escape from the palace, meet me on the far western end of the island. I'll be waiting there with your things.
Okay. Yep.
Hey, good luck.
Sounds like you're real confident that I'm gonna make it out.
Oh yeah, you got this.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
Keep your horse. I mean, I'll save your horse for later.
Yep, okay, that's what I like to hear. What a strange guy. I mean, what a strange deity, I guess.
I rushed through the busy streets of Athens before reaching the coast that evening. Sure enough, I saw a ship with red and white striped sails, so I headed towards it.
Hey, I think this is me.
Φέρε μου αυτά τα πράγματα. Πού τα βρήκες αυτά? Από εδώ. Πήδα μέσα.
Oh, yep, okay, he wasn't joking. My items have been confiscated. Okay. Am I just hopping aboard here? Hey, guys. Oh, yeah. Here's the party. Alright, hey, everyone. So one of you has something that I want. And I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get that little piece of that vase. I know none of you can understand what I'm saying, but we're going to endure this together, and I'm gonna get my piece of the vase. And they just closed us in. I guess off to Crete.
Over the next few days, we made our way south towards the large island of Crete. As we do, let's discuss the infamous beast that I'm about to encounter. According to legend, the story of the Minotaurus starts with Pasiphae, the daughter of Helios, god of the sun. Pasiphae also happened to be the wife of Minos, the legendary ruler of Crete. He was tasked with fulfilling a promise, sacrificing a bull to Poseidon. However, he failed to do so. So Poseidon cursed Pasiphae by making her fall in love with the bull. Out of this twisted love came the birth of the Minotaurus, a beast that had the head of a bull and the body of a man. The skilled craftsman Daedalus was then made to craft a labyrinth so complex that no one would ever be able to find their way out of it. This is where the Minotaurus was placed, and every few years, Athens was held responsible for sending 14 tributes to be sacrificed to it, stumbling their way around in the dark, cold labyrinth until they turn the wrong corner. And unfortunately for me, I had just arrived in Crete.
Okay. I'm gonna really try and confuse archaeologists when they find this ship. Pretty sure this is the ship of Theseus. That's what this is. Interesting. Oh, are we already leaving? Okay. Alright. Wait for me. Guys, I am so excited. Are you guys excited? You guys are fast. Alright. Okay, so my game plan here is to interact with the Minotaur as little as possible. I don't have to, like, defeat it or anything. I just have to find this piece of the vase that someone here has. Oh, okay. I guess that's where we're going. Alright, guys, wait up for me, wait up for me. Yeah, I don't really like this, to be honest with you. What? I don't like being sacrificed to a Minotaur? Who knew? We're just gonna get that vase piece and get out. That's all we're doing. Guidebook updated. Well, it's too bad I don't have my guidebook. I wish I did. It would bring me comfort right now, my little guidebook. Maybe I can just do this without even seeing the Minotaur once. That would be great. That would be great. But highly unlikely. So much walking. Like, they really are just trying to drain our hunger. You know what? I'm going to be strategic. I am going to take this torch. And they don't know that. They don't know that I've taken this torch. They have no idea. Okay. We're just jumping in. Alright. Here we go.
And just like that, I had entered the Minotaur's labyrinth.
Okay. I guess we should figure out which way we're going. Bad vibes from that area. Okay, we'll just pick a path. I hate this already. I really hate this. Okay. Alright. Oh. From one of the past groups, I'd imagine. Okay. I'm not loving this. Alright. Alright, okay. So that's how this is gonna be. Oh. Alright. Huh. Alright. Huh. Yep. This is awful. This is, like, actually so awful. Something just walked at the end of that hallway. I'm not gonna go that way. Okay. That changed everything. This is very real. Alright. Okay. There's skeleton. We've been here before. That's a dead end. Alright. That would be so bad if it's chasing me and I go across a dead end. Okay, alright. I did not enjoy the scream. Okay. This is the main room. I really hate this. This is actually one of the scariest things I've had to do in this series. I don't know where it could be. That's a long hallway. But I guess it does give me better visibility. Huh. Huh. The only good thing that I can really glean from that is the fact that it sounded far away. This is good. This is good. So, this is good. Okay, we're looking for the vase piece, looking for the vase piece. Oh, that sounded close. That sounded really close. Oh. Oh, it's totally getting closer. It's totally getting closer. I think I am in the clear. Okay. not going that way. We are not going that way. What was that? Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Is it? It's right there. It's... Oh, oh! I didn't know my voice went that high. No, no, no. No, 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 no. I hear it. I literally hear it. I literally hear it. I am dangerously low on hunger. Oh no. Oh no. There is no food in here whatsoever. This actually might be it. Okay. That is no. I cannot let it see me. We got this dude who's dead. Wait a minute. This is the piece. Yes. Okay. Okay. How did I not see that just sitting there? Golden vase shard. It is the piece. Alright, good news, bad news. Good news, I have peace. Bad news, how do I leave? Good news, though, I have peace. I would have some choice words to use there, but I'm not going to use such choice words. That was just about the most awful thing. That was... Few things are awfuler. Well, okay, I can't say that, but that was abhorrent. That was absolutely... I don't know if it like has to see me for at least a second or two to then chase me, but I must have timed that perfectly for it not to like attack me. Which again, I literally don't have much sprinting power left in me. Oh, stick. That could actually be kind of useful. Well, not one stick, actually. Okay. No! 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 Oh, it's a dead end! 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 I have to get inside the flowers. I'm getting inside the flowers. Ooh. Okay, okay. We're... Oh! Oh! Okay, okay. Oh! Okay, 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 okay. You... I think we're in the clear. This is sandstone. Alright.
I barely escaped the Minotaur, and was left to dig through this sandstone by hand. In fact, that's all I would be doing for quite some time. As the sun rose on a new day outside, I finally reached dirt. And sure enough, after a lot more digging, I was free.
Oh, yes! 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 Freedom! Yes! Yes! Okay. Now, we're not going to let anybody see us. We are going to be very, very sneaky. If I get dragged back into that labyrinth, things will be said. That was a time. That was one of the times of all time. That was one of them. I want to break your wall. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to break your wall. Alright. Okay, Hermes said to meet him on the western end of the island. So we'll follow this path for a bit, but if it doesn't go west, then, well, we'll just head west ourselves. Myself. I'm speaking as though Homer is still with me.
I headed out into the countryside of Crete, following this sandstone path. I knew that I needed food desperately, So I collected some wood and crafted a pickaxe. From here, I mined some stone and then crafted stone tools. Now I went hunting. After finally having something to eat, I simply continued into the stormy countryside of the island. Since I didn't have a bed, I just continued west through the dark night. The next morning, I saw a small stone structure in the distance.
Okay. Okay. You don't know what I have been through, small scorpion. Oh, it's just gonna keep going. Oh no. Oh no. This is a rough one, man. This is a rough one. There better not be another scorpion in here.
Of course, there was nothing helpful inside the structure. However, luckily for me, I soon came across a pond. So I collected some sand and smelted it into glass, before using that glass to craft some water bottles. Yeah, it was strange having to start from scratch again in this episode, but nonetheless, I drank up and did some fishing. After finally healing, I continued west. Only that evening, I spotted a strange figure on this hill, watching me. I then simply kept walking into the sunset. The next morning, I found a new path to follow, one that actually leads west. I was also able to spot the coast, but I wanted to keep following this path, which ended up taking me across this stone bridge. Anyways, after walking across a lot more countryside, I found myself at an abandoned farm that evening.
This is interesting. Tame a Pegasus. This majestic creature can soar above the clouds. It can only be tamed when holding a golden bridle. Well, we don't have a golden bridle, so can't do it. But you know what we do have? We got barley. I know.
From here, I killed some sheep and crafted a bed. The next day, I knew I was in the final stretch, as I began my climb through the giant rocky mountains of Western Crete. That afternoon, I made my way down into this steep stone gorge. Oddly enough, this seemed to be a guidebook location. However, that thought soon left my mind as I spot a building. And a familiar face.
Yes, Homer. Homer, what's up, man? It's been a while. Yes.
Hey, look at that. You survived.
I did actually, just barely, But hey, look, see the vase piece?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. I also got some grapes. So, oh, let me do that. You know what else I got? I got some more items for you to keep. First off, can I have my items?
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Did not take a single thing. It's all here. I promise.
Okay. We'll see about that.
Here we go. That's everything.
Okay, I honestly don't even remember what I had, so... Now, real quick, I do have some more items for you to take.
Do you need these back?
No, these are just for you.
Oh,
gifts.
boy.
You love barley, right? Yeah, you love barley.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Well, I held my promise. Here's your horse. He keeps on trying to eat my shoes, but...
Okay. Maybe don't do that, Homer.
Anyways, I spoke to the Oracle and found the next piece of that vase. Well, the location of it, that is.
Alright, and, who took it?
Glad you asked. Apparently, this woman took it. Some random civilian with a loving family and excellent weaving skills. Anyways, she strayed too close to Lake Lerna and was eaten by the Hydra. So, your piece is inside the Hydra.
Ah.
I'll tell you what, I feel bad for you, so I'll help you out on this one. Come meet me up at the Sanctuary of Asclepios. It's just across the way from Athens, on the other side of that gulf. Once you reach the city of Epidaurus, just head into the mountains.
Okay, that's kind of you to offer. I appreciate that. But how am I gonna get there? Did you bring me a boat or a ship?
Yes, I did. You can just take that one over there. Bought it specifically for you.
Oh, that's really kind of you. Okay.
Very well then. May Poseidon bless your journey north.
Alright, thank you, Hermes. It's always a delight to see you.
Of course.
Actually, just while you're here, I got some sand recently that I don't really want.
Recently?
Yeah. I don't really want it. So if you don't mind taking the sand as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Alright. Good stuff.
We'll make good use of it.
Oh. Make sure you get that sand, yep.
I got it.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Hermes.
Of course. Yes.
I boarded my new boat and brought it to the shore. I then carefully brought Homer aboard the next morning. And from here, we set off for Epidaurus. Now, just like Hermes said, this ancient city sits across from Athens, meaning that we have a long way to go. With that in mind, I knew I would want an engine. So I pulled over and got straight to mining. I found some coal and eventually a good bit of iron, before then spending the rest of the day smelting. Finally, that night, I crafted the engine. And so, on the morning of day 32, I properly set off, now at a decent speed. Homer and I sailed north for the entire day. As we continued our voyage, I ended up realizing something.
Wait a minute. I can now read up on the guidebook locations. I think we were here? Yes, Knossos Palace. This was the seat of the Minoan power for 600 years. The oldest throne in Europe sits here with frescoes of griffins standing guard. Speaking of frescoes, you can find multiple famous frescoes depicting dolphins and bulls throughout the palace. On another note, Athens sent its youths here as tribute once. Some doors, once you're through them, don't lead back out easily. Yeah, I know that from experience. Alright. And then the Samaria Gorge. Long before hikers, this was where Cretans hid. From Venetians, from Ottomans, and from Nazi patrols. A whole village once lived deep inside the gorge, named for a Byzantine church, abandoned only when the land was finally given back to the wild goats and eagles instead. walk it end to end, and you're tracing the same path that fugitives, saints, and rebels used for 1,000 years to disappear. That is pretty cool. I like that a lot. How did you get out? No. Don't go in the water. Don't go in the water. There you go. Alright. Anyways. Yeah, that's really interesting. I like that. You are just jumping. Okay. Do you want some more space? Okay. Let me give you some more space. Boom.
We continued north through the Mediterranean. Only that night, I saw some lights in the distance. The next morning, I approached this seaside settlement.
Oh, alright, this is a guidebook location. Very nice. Well then, shall we? Kythera. This is where it began. Kronos severed Uranus with his sickle and cast the remains into the sea off of Kythera's coast. The foam that rose from the waves became Aphrodite, before the current carried her onto Cyprus. Homer called her Kytheria for it. Paris and Helen are said to have stopped here too, hiding out in a cave at Mylopotamos on their way to a war that hadn't started yet. An island born from a titan's violence, and somehow it became the place the ancients came to worship love.
As I headed to the shore, I saw some fishermen talking to this guy in a stall, so I decided to talk to him as well.
It looks like you have a little stand here. Are you selling anything? I don't really know what I expected there. Sure. Oh, yep. I wanted to accept the quest. Yep. That's... Okay. Oh, here's my scroll. Okay. The island of Kythera is also known for its highly desired purple dyes, extracted from Mediterranean sea snails. Collect 20 seashells along the shore, and turn them in for inspection. Yeah, alright. I'm down for that.
I headed out to collect these shells. As I did, I tried to remember everything I knew about the Hydra.
I remember that one from Hercules, the Disney movie. How did Hercules kill the Hydra in the Disney movie? I don't actually know. See, I feel like for a lot of these myths, I know like how to defeat them, so I can use that prior knowledge in defeating them. Hydra, I don't remember what Hercules does. I really do not remember.
After turning in the 20 shells, I actually got a really cool reward.
Tide Guardian Boots provides water breathing. No way, man. No way. Water breathing? And they're purple? And strength. Look at that. Oh, strength when wet. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I love that. Okay.
Anyways, I liked this settlement, so I decided to stay here with Homer for the night. Over the next few days, we continued north towards Epidaurus. So while we head towards the Peloponnese, let's talk about the ancient beast that I'm about to fight. The Hydra of Lerna, guardian of the bottomless swamp, and daughter of Typhon and Echidna, known to be the father and mother of monsters in the Greek world. Both the blood and breath of this serpentine beast are poisonous, and its main head is said to be immortal. Of course, that's not the Hydra's most famous feature, as it's known for its regenerating heads. If you slay one head, 2 more will take its place, meaning that this will be no ordinary battle. I finally found Epidaurus around noon on day 39, and so Homer and I rode up through the city and into the mountains beyond it. Sure enough, that evening, I saw the sanctuary in the distance. I then reached it the next morning.
Hermes!
Hey, glad to see you could make it. Listen, this Hydra creature, it isn't a fun one. It's destroyed all of the nearby villages, and it will kill anyone it sees. So a friend of mine has asked me to give you this. Should help you in your fight.
That's, it's very nice. Okay.
Then again, I don't know how you're gonna deal with the regenerating heads.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, don't worry. Just a fun little surprise for you later.
Okay.
Anyways, speaking of regeneration, welcome to the Sanctuary of Asclepios.
This place is fancy.
This is the pinnacle of healing here in our world.
I feel like I'm gonna need that, that later, for sure.
Looks like this man is gonna need the Cayenne tactic. It's basically where we burn the flesh in order to seal it off and stop the bleeding. We're pretty advanced like that.
Pretty sure we just call that cauterization where I'm from.
No, you don't. Now then, stay here and rest up. In fact, come back here if your encounter with the Hydra doesn't end so well. And when you're ready, head over to the marshy area over there and get your piece back.
Okay, thank you, Hermes. I'll be around, I guess. Oh, actually, I have some items I don't really need anymore.
More items! I still have yours from last time.
Good. Yeah, you know me, I'm a busy bee. I recently got some dirt that I don't really want. Thought you could use that.
Wow, thank you. I'm almost at a stack. So exciting.
Nice. That's good to hear. All right, Hermes. I'll see you around.
I took his advice and stayed here for the night, in preparation for my battle tomorrow. As I rode over to Lerna, I found the ruins of a village.
Oh, guidebook updated, okay. Lake Lerna. This is where the infamous Hydra dwells. The lair itself, the Spring of Amymone, was said to run so deep no one could find its bottom. Not even Nero, who tried with miles of weighted rope. That's because Lerna wasn't just a swamp. The Greeks named it an entrance to the underworld, older than Mycenae itself, guarded by that many-headed creature for a reason. Drain the water today, and you'll find only silt and springs. Some gates don't need water to still be shut.
I saw this well that was sitting in the middle of the marsh, so I went to check it out.
Okay, what do we have here? Yeah, that does look very entrance to underworldy. Oh, no, it's dragging me down. No. I did not intend on visiting the underworld today. I have other things to do.
After that fun experience, I set out to find the Hydra. Unfortunately for me, that didn't take long. Yeah, I carefully headed towards it to see just what I was dealing with.
Okay, we're gonna be careful here. I don't know what this guy's about, so we're gonna put the boat here. I'm gonna have my helpful bag of wind, and we're just gonna go in. Okay. Oh, it has like crazy range. What is that about? Okay, I better swim away while I still have the benefits. Okay, interesting. We scoped it out. It has really crazy range.
I decided to try again. On my third attempt, I actually managed to hit it. But then I witnessed the regenerating heads firsthand. Yeah, there wasn't much I could do here. Clearly, attacking it like this was not gonna work. So I quickly came up with a plan. Only, I knew I'd have to go back and get some materials from my ship. So that night, I reached Epidaurus again. The next morning, I made it back to my ship. From here, I collected items and then crafted a shovel. Now it was time for me to dig up a ton of sand. And for those of you who have seen my Philippines episode, you might know what kind of trap I'm making. Anyways, the next day, I collected a lot of wood and got to work on crafting signs. I then made this canteen and cooked some food before heading back and reaching the sanctuary that night. On the morning of day 44, I went to enlist someone's help.
Hey there, Hermes.
Hey.
I got a proposal for you.
All right.
You said that you would help me with this one, right?
Yeah, I gave you the sword.
Well, do you like want to make yourself useful?
I suppose.
Okay, thank you. I knew you'd do that, Herm the Worm. Okay.
Oh.
So I have a plan, but it involves you being kind of the bait, I think is the right word.
Huh.
Yeah, you like the plan?
So you want me to, like, lead it away so you can stab it from behind?
No, that didn't work. None of that worked. I can't, like, actually fight it. So I'm going to use sand. You'll see. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna love it. You really like this plan. So, oh, thank you. I know it's a good plan. Now then, I guess I'll race you over there, yeah?
Yep.
Alright. Look at that, Homer. We have the help of a god. Very cool. I know.
I rode my way back over to Lake Lerna, but Hermes ended up beating me, because of course he did. Anyways, from here, I set off to find the Hydra again, which didn't take long. I got right to work on making the trap, only I soon had to stop as it approached me. Thankfully, I was able to get away, and it got distracted by other living creatures. So I continued my work, even throughout the night. By the next morning, the trap was ready.
I have everything so foolproof. I even made a little bridge for you. And, oh, don't really want to be staying under that. Just hop down this hole once you've gone through, and should work out.
Okay.
This is going to be good. It's going to be fun. You're going to love this. All right.
don't know. I'll go try to find it and bring it
Yeah.
over. Where is it?
I think it went in like that direction.
Okay.
As Hermes went to go and lure the Hydra over, I climbed up to the top of my sand trap.
Alright, yep, the bridge is right over here. Doing great.
Coming. This hurts.
Yeah, it looks like it hurts. Yeah. Hey, Zeus's strongest warrior. You got
Almost
this.
there.
Let's
Come
make
on.
sure he's fully in the box.
Almost there.
I waited for the right moment, and then I released the trap. The Hydra immediately started taking damage, constant damage, and for a moment, I thought I was successful. But after a while, I realized that it wasn't dying, and it was actually growing more heads.
Hermes, what am I supposed to do here? I can't, like... I can't kill it.
You have to find a way to seal off the wounds so it can't grow any more heads.
Seal off the wounds. Huh. Oh, I could try the cauterization thing that we talked about.
With your made-up word, sure.
That cauterization is a very real thing. You just...
I don't know.
You call it something different.
With that in mind, I tried lighting it on fire. Sure enough, this actually seemed to work. So I went ahead and started the final kill.
Oh, it is actually working. It's losing heads. It's losing heads. Wait, is it down to its last head? I can't really tell. Oh. There's no way. Okay. That must be the most successful way someone has ever killed the Hydra.
I went to go and tell Hermes about my victory.
Hermes, I killed the Hydra.
Oh, did you? That was great to watch. Not bad at all. Athena will be impressed. Now, hate to take away from such a great victory, but I found your piece. Seems like the Hydra already processed its last meal.
What do you mean? What?
Just come this way.
The piece should have been with. It should be in the sand, because I killed the Hydra, so it should be in the sand.
Not quite. Here it is.
Okay. This is actually really gross. Okay. The piece is in here. I don't want to be standing on this. All right. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. You know, I want to call you Fecales. That's what I want to call you.
No.
Yeah, that's gonna be your new name. All right. So you're basically telling me that I put in all of that effort and slayed the Hydra just for the piece to be over here the whole time?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Uh-huh. Well, hey, you're the one who endured the most pain, so...
Uh-huh. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going back to the Oracle to see where this next piece is. In the meantime, I have a small quiet island in mind nearby for you to rest on. Get this, it's called Hydra Island. You sailed past it on the way to Epidaurus. It's at the base of the peninsula. Wait there for 5 days. I will come find you and tell you where the next piece of your vase is. May the god of travel favor your trip. Oh wait, that's me.
No, you're Fecales. That's your new name.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what you are.
It's not gonna catch on.
It already caught on. It's the entirety of the ancient world is saying it now.
So,
With that incredible disappointment, I headed back to Homer. But hey, at least I have the next piece of the vase. Homer and I watched the sunset that evening, knowing that I had defeated my first Greek monster. The next morning, I headed back to the ship. And from here, we set off to spend 5 days on this remote island. Regardless, I retraced my oceanic path and sailed south. By the next morning, I believed that I had found the island. So I went ahead and docked by these other ships.
Oh, guidebook updated. Yep, this must be the island. Oh, hello people. What are we up to? We're transporting water. Okay, that's exciting. Why? Hydra Island. An island named for water, on land so dry it now has to ship its own in. In antiquity, they called it Hydrea, after springs that ran here once and don't anymore. For most of its history, Hydra was a footnote with few inhabitants. Then came the 18th century, and the island that couldn't grow its own grain built some of the largest merchant ships in the Aegean instead. A dry rock with a wet name, made wealthy by the water it never had.
With nothing else to do here, I got to mining. I just ended up finding some coal and iron today. The next day, I went around collecting sandstone. As I did, I tried to find trees with proper wood, but yeah, there was nothing. So instead, I stole some trapdoors from these other ships and placed them over my new dugout storage area. I then sorted my storage into food and general blocks and items. The next morning, I set off on a quest to find logs. I really needed wood in order to add improvements to my ship. But yeah, it seems as though Hermes sent me to an island with literally nothing at all. So after doing some hunting, I just called it a day and collected charcoal from these campfires. While I hang out on this dry and desolate island, I want to go ahead and give another thanks to Veronika in the amazing research that she contributed to this video. These locations and recreations certainly aren't perfect, but it was really helpful to consult her throughout. So once again, a huge thanks to Veronika. On the morning of day 50, I went to collect some water from the sea.
Look who's here a day early.
Oh, hey, it's you. This island is terrible. There are like no trees. There's no wood. Very bad island.
Yeah, that's seems like a you problem. I have some good news and bad news. Good news is, I know who took the third piece of the vase. Bad news, it was a warrior who liked to collect golden objects. He was last seen heading towards the island of Sistine, where one of the 3 Gorgons live.
Oh, what's a Gorgon?
Her name is Medusa. You be wise to find something that covers your eyes. Do not let her look you directly in the eyes. Now then, Sistine is as far east as it gets. Just head directly southeast from here. It's a bit of a journey, so take your time and stop by some of our islands along the way. I'll hopefully see you around after.
Alright, well first off, I've heard of Medusa, and second, I have some objects for you that I recently collected. If you could just hold on to them for me.
My hands are getting full though. I don't know if I have much more space.
I don't know, I'm pretty sure you're like the god of space or something, so...
That's not on my list of things I am god of.
Well, maybe it's time to update that list.
With that, I headed back to Homer.
Alright, so the good thing about Medusa is that I know what her deal is. You know, I know... I think I know how to defeat her. I mean, I've seen Percy Jackson and all that. I don't know, she's a pretty famous one, you know? This should be easy enough. Then again, I shouldn't say that, should I? Probably not, right? Yeah. Okay. In that case, let's get ready. And I guess we'll set off southeast. And I am going to stop at an island with wood. Crazy, crazy idea.
We set off southeast for this distant island, And that evening, I smelted a lot of stone and crafted a new engine, allowing me to speed up my Mediterranean travels. Anyways, we continued sailing through the open sea for the next few days. We were now making our way through the many islands off the coast of mainland Greece. So while we do that, let's discuss the famous monster that I am after. According to legend, there lived 3 Gorgons: Stheno, Euryale, and Medusa. Medusa is known to be the only mortal one of the 3. However, her mythology is more muddled than others, as Roman editions later changed her story from her Greek origins, making it hard to pinpoint the truth. It's theorized that she was transformed into a Gorgon, either due to the fact that she was more beautiful than Athena, or due to Poseidon's forceful love that he pursued her with. Regardless, the legend of her turning anyone to stone prevails. That is, anyone who looks into her glowing serpentine eyes. For even after death, these eyes retain their unnatural power. On the evening of day 55, I saw a light coming from a distant island. So I made my way towards it, and docked my ship near this crumbled tower.
Hello. Hi. Why don't you want to look at me? Can I talk to you? Greetings, traveler. Yeah, how can you speak English? Interesting. Does that bother you? No, not necessarily. It's just odd. Good. I am but an old man that lives by the sea. I assume you could use some directions. Where to? Yeah, Sistine, perhaps? Oh, dear traveler, I won't ask what you desire there. Phorcys' monster lives there. Very well. I will give you directions if you assist me. Alright, sure, Nereus. What do you need? Only Triton's conch shell. It sits near his throne within his golden palace. Sure, yeah, where's that? Right below you. I've been waiting for a traveler to come along and assist me. I would do it myself, but never mind. Just dive down and retrieve the conch, yes? And watch out for the... Satis. Alright. Sure thing. Oh, we got a quest. Old Man of the Sea. Okay, old man. Who might be of the sea. Right beneath me. I have to dig, or is that... Is that an oceanic cliff down there? We'll see in the morning. You know I don't do well that stuff, Homer. We'll see.
The next morning, I dove down into the deep oceanic cave beneath the surface.
I enjoy these little side quests, especially because I have these boots that are super helpful. But this is not my... That's a shark. This isn't my thing. I don't do well with oceanic caverns and sharks. No. Oh, you're a hammerhead. Are we cool? We cool? Hammerheads are pretty cool. Yeah? Yeah, we're cool. We're cool. We're cool. Friendly sharks, I love you all. That's not a shark. What is that? Is this the thing that he was talking about? Are you gonna hurt me? You actually seem really nice. Okay, never mind then. This must be the entrance to the palace. Let's hope that Mr. Triton is not home.
As I made my way into Triton's subterranean golden palace, I saw this strange, ominous hallway. So I simply decided to seal off some of the doors behind me. From here, I reached the throne room.
Okay, where are you hiding your conch shell? Oh, found it. Okay. Okay. We're gonna take this. Maybe some of this other stuff, because it looks cool. It looks really cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. I think that is my cue to get out of here very, very quickly. Very quickly.
As I went to leave the throne room, I thought I saw something in the distance. Unfortunately, I was correct.
Oh! Oh! That is something. That is something. That is something. That is something. Come on, dude. Just break it. Just break. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? We go. No! No, we do not go. We do not go.
As the Katos attacked me, I mined into the wall. From here, I continued mining upward, and then into the main cavern.
Ooh, okay. We got water. We got water. Is it down there? Hello? Oh, why am I going so slow? I hate using my bag of wind, but I'm gonna need this. Yeah, we're gonna go. If it is behind me, I will actually scream. Oh! No, it's just those things, those colorful, fun little things of joy. Alright. It could still pop up, which not ready for that. Oh, nice. That scared me. Okay. Nerea says, nicely done. I've written down directions to Sistine here in this scroll. Rest well, sailor. Is that like... Are you telling me to, like, rest in peace? I'm not gonna die, man. I mean, you never know. Alright. Here, let's get on the ship first. Alright, Homer. I have something you ought to see. Anyways, sail east past the old volcano, still steaming from its last eruption. Continue east through the dark rocks that host beautiful voices. Cover your ears. Okay, I think I know what that is referring to. Then you will pass an island with a cave. It would be wise not to enter. Okay, we'll figure that out when we get there. Finally, after many days more of sailing past the edge of the world, the dry spit of land named Sistine will await you.
The next morning, we headed east for this volcanic island. And that night, I gave Homer a bit of musical entertainment.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb.
This morning, I spotted a new island in the distance. I still really wanted to gather some wood, so I went ashore and headed out to find some.
You know what, this is kind of like the Odyssey, except I'm trying to find wood instead of Ithaca. Pretty similar, very similar. Wood is my Penelope. Oh! Oh, okay. Okay. That's a lot, that's a lot, that's a lot, that's a lot. That's a lot, that's a lot, that's a lot. Oh. Hello, harpies. Hello. I haven't done anything. I don't know why you're attacking me. I don't know why you are attacking me. I haven't done anything. Come here. That's right, that's what I thought. Oh, this sword is running very low on durability. 20 attack damage is crazy, but man, that's not good. That is not good. I actually kind of need this for Medusa.
I got back on my ship and just continued onward.
That's probably like top 5 most annoying noises. You know that, right? Okay. Just want to make sure we're on the same page there. Alright, so still looking for this volcanic island. And then I'm assuming that's sirens. Okay. Alright.
On day 59, I saw this strange-looking island ahead of me. As I sailed into it, I suspected that it was the volcano.
Tolos Naftilos. This is a small crater that sits inside Santorini's flooded caldera. The ground here still steams. Sulfur stains bleed down the slopes, and the whole seabed around it shakes on average several times a day. Most too faint to feel. Everything here is new rock, built directly on top of a very old catastrophe. Now that is interesting. Okay, so this is definitely the first location in the scroll. But yeah, this is where modern day Santorini would be. I guess up there, right? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, what's this?
Warrior, I have a proposal for you.
Oh.
I know where you're headed. I know you only wish to collect the third piece of the vase and leave. But I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
If you bring me the Gorgon's head, I will find and give you the final piece of the vase.
Ooh.
The choice is yours.
I love that deal. I really love that deal. I'm 90% sure that's Athena. Do you think you could give me another sword? I think she's gone. Please? Yeah, I think she's just gone. Okay, that's fine. Honestly, though, that is a really good deal. I will take that happily. So, I have to kill Medusa, collect her head, and then, give it to Athena. And she'll get me the last piece. Why can't Hermes be that helpful?
As I sailed away tonight, I realized that both of my engines were empty. So I pulled over. And the next morning, I got to mining. After finding some iron, I did eventually find coal, but not a lot. And after breaking my iron pickaxe, I saw that I did not have enough wood to craft a new one. So I went around breaking some leaves, and soon enough, I collected a sapling. I then crafted some bone meal and grew it into a tree. From here, I collected wood and went back to mine the coal the next morning. I then filled my engines and continued southeast towards my next obstacle. On the morning of day 62, I couldn't see a thing. This led me to run ashore on this island, so I backed my ship up and sailed around it. However, I was unknowingly sailing into danger.
Oh! Oh! Oh, what is that? Ooh! 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 I'm being pulled. I'm being pulled. I'm not... Oh, this is a siren. 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 Ear... Can I do ear things? No, I don't want elven ears. Ear plug? Earplug, 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 earplug.
I crafted these earplugs just in time. I then carefully sailed my way between the rocks. Soon enough, I figured that the coast was clear.
Take these out now. Nope, 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 not out, not out, not out, not out. Okay.
I continued to weave through these rocks, barely able to find my way out. But eventually, I reached the open ocean again, and it was safe to take out my earplugs. Now, sirens in Greek mythology are actually quite different than you might expect, as they are described as being more bird-like, with the upper body of a woman, rather than a mermaid. I just thought that was interesting, and I wanted to point that out. Anyways, after an entire day of nothing but sea travel, I found myself at a new island on day 64. I could only assume that this was the island with the cave.
Okay. So we got through this bit. Then you'll pass an island with a cave. It would be wise not to enter. You know, I know it would be wise not to enter, but do I always make the wisest decisions on this channel?
I headed ashore in search for this cave. Only there was no cave. As the storm started up, I realized something.
Hang on a minute. That's where we came from. Way off over there. That's a completely different island. Maybe that's Cave Island. Okay.
So I set off south for this other island, which I reached the next morning. I planted this pine sapling on the shore, and then sure enough, I found the cave. Choosing to ignore the warning from the scroll, I carefully made my way inside, not knowing what potential dangers were within. However, I got distracted by some block collecting.
So here's the thing, I haven't had a ton of time to work on my base at all, but I would still like to add some stuff to my boat, because I feel like I could make it look pretty cool. And these blocks, I think, will be good just for contrasting elements. Even though everyone says that diorite looks like bird poop, which I guess it does. What's so bad about this cave? Oh. Ah. Well. Something clearly happened here, but I don't know what. There's something up here. Oh, there's a chest. Very nice. Discus. Oh, this is what I need for the Pegasus. Nice, nice, nice. Wait, I don't trust this.
As the Cyclops approached me, I got away fast. After all, I knew how far these things could reach.
Also, I don't think he's, was it Polyphemus? 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 That's Poseidon's son. Oh, he sees me. 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 These guys have reach. I know that. I'm not here. I am not in your walls. And it'd be really funny if I told him that my name was Subscribe to Smitty King, so then when someone asks who blinded him, all he'll say is Subscribe to Smitty King. It's really dumb. It's really dumb. Oh, is it? Oh, oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Ooh. Hey. Oh, yeah, he sees me, but he can't get to me. Oh, no. Isn't that too bad?
As I ran out of the cave, it followed. So I quickly collected the wood from this tree, and then got right back on my boat. Only as I sailed away, I realized that I was once again out of fuel. So that night, I quietly docked around the side of the island. The next morning, I carefully snuck back on land, keeping my distance from the Cyclops. From here, I did a lot of mining, and although it did take a while, I ended up finding more coal. Only, as I left my mine, I saw that the Cyclops was right next to my boat. So I went to lure it away, and this thing was fast. Luckily for me, I was faster, especially with my wind bag. I hopped back on the boat, and we sailed away, with the Cyclops fading into the distance. The next morning, I wanted to go ahead and try adding these base improvements, so I got right to work on renovating my helm area. I added this temple-like structure in the back, before moving my helm up inside it. I then started on Homer's shelter that evening. Only the next day, as I continued to work on it, he somehow fell overboard. So yeah, after rescuing him, I finished his shelter and added some lighting. I then redid the mast. and added this ladder. I didn't love the way it looked though, so I made a lot of trapdoors and covered the sides. Anyways, the next day, I reorganized my chests, before then making this staircase that went down into the water, allowing for me to board my boat easily now. I then figured that this was enough base work for now, and yeah, I was liking the way my boat looked, aside from the fact that it was much heavier in the back. So that's just something that I'll have to improve on later. Over the next few days, I carried out the last instruction in the set of directions that the old man had given me, meaning that Homer and I were now sailing our way east, towards the edge of the world. Finally, on the stormy afternoon of day 75, I saw an island in the distance, and it looked to be a rather dry one. The next morning, I headed ashore. Before exploring the island, I went to take a look at the crafting recipe for a blindfold. Yeah, it just needed string and leather. So I headed back to my ship to see if I had that. But unfortunately, I only had leather. Anyways, I set off to find Medusa. As I did, I saw this large mass of land in the distance. Little did I know, I was looking at modern-day Turkey. Regardless, I soon found myself overlooking a cave.
I don't like this at all, the fact that I don't have a blindfold. I'll just look down, and then like, boo, boo, like that, you know? And the Sword of Athena is about to break, so I do have the Axe of Smitty King.
As I headed inside, I saw lots of abandoned boats. Then I spotted some cobwebs, so I quickly crafted a sword and gathered string.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Blindfold. Alright. How bad is this? Oh. Yeah, no, that's dark. Okay. I have this ready. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm not just looking... Oh. I'm not just looking for the vase piece this time. I'm also going to have to kill her for Athena. Yeah, okay. Does anyone have a vase piece?
Σε ακούω.
What?
Μπορώ να σε μυρίσω. Απλά μείνε ακίνητη. Θα το συνηθίσεις.
Okay. That was definitely her. I need to have this ready. I need to have this ready. Ooh! Okay.
Θα ήθελα πολύ να έχω ένα ακόμα άγαλμα στον κήπο μου. Και εσύ θα ήσουν τέλεια. Τόσες πολλές χαμένες ψυχές εδώ. Παγωμένες για πάντα στο χρόνο.
I don't like that she's just talking in my ear like that. Where is she? Where could she possibly be? I just saw her go down there.
I soon entered this huge room, and I knew that the vase piece had to be in here somewhere.
Okay. I don't trust any of this. Does anyone have a vase piece? Anyone? Why am I talking to statues as if they can hear me? Imagine like dying in a really embarrassing position, like being frozen, like I don't know, coughing or something, mid-sneeze. Okay, wait, if Medusa looks at you mid-sneeze, does the sneeze also get frozen, or are you just like making a really embarrassing face, or both? Probably both. Wait. I think that's it. I think that is it. Yep, okay. Alright, so we'll just go from here.
Σε βρήκα.
Oh, I don't trust that. Oh, oh, oh. I definitely don't trust that. Where are you? Oh, there you are. That's right, that's right. Get Sword of Athena on. Oh! Okay. Not favorable, not favorable. Axe! Axe of Smitty King. 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 I'm just gonna keep doing this over and over again. Die, please. So soon. So soon. Die. Die. Oh, death is coming for you. Knock, knock. Who is it? It's Death. Hello. My name is Death. Okay. Okay. Oh. 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 Oh, that was a close one. That was a close one. That was a really close one. Okay. Oh, that thing had durability. I didn't even realize. Hey, we got the vase piece. And we killed Medusa. Okay. Okay. Alright. That was very stressful. That was one of the more stressful ones. But hey, Athena is gonna be so happy, and now I can just like use this on people. I love that. Well, Perseus, I've done your job for you, so you can rest easy.
As I made my way across the top of the island, I saw a light in the distance. As I approached it, I was soon greeted by someone.
Well, I am impressed. I'll be sure to remember you, strange warrior. As promised, here is the final piece of the vase.
Oh.
It had fallen into a bush near the table where it broke.
Okay.
Now then, one small detail. This is no ordinary vase. It's the vase of Kronos. It won't be mended easily. In fact, the only material that burns bright enough to fuse it back together can be found just east of here. Look for a flaming mountain and collect what you need. Then, return home. You do not belong to this time.
After retrieving Homer, we rode towards the distant land of Lycia that evening. We headed ashore the next morning, before then making our way inland through the forestry. However, that's when I spotted something strange in the distance, carved into the cliff face ahead. As we approached it, I soon learned what it was. Along the coasts of Lycia, you can find many of these tombs cut into tall cliffs. They were constructed as far back as the 4th and 5th centuries BCE. The reasoning for the placement of these tombs is still debated, although it's theorized that perhaps it's due to an ancient Lycian belief of winged creatures carrying the dead into the afterlife, and the positioning of these tombs allows for that transferal to be easy. Regardless, one of these many tombs is home to the father of Philip II, who we discussed earlier. Amyntas was the former king of Macedonia, and he would certainly be proud of his son's conquest. To this day, he rests here, within a cliff, among many others, in his homeland. Later that day, we continued along this sandstone path, and I ended up seeing some baby boars. Anyways, as we rode along this path the next day, I realized that I had no clue how far this mountain was from here. This became an issue as we reached the end of the path. We simply headed further inland from here, and I spotted a lot of large mountains in the distance as we traveled across this plateau. However, that afternoon, I saw something very unexpected. Now, believe it or not, lions did in fact used to roam throughout this region. The Asiatic lion was once embedded in local cultures and ecosystems. However, by the 19th century, it could no longer be found in Turkey, and today, they can only be found within a small region in India. As I looked at the distant mountains on the morning of day 80, I knew that I was about to embark on one more scenic trip. And so, Homer and I set off. Finally, on the afternoon of day 87, I saw a mountain of a different color. So I went to check it out. And as I did, I found some strange stone ruins.
Oh, alright. This is it then. This is the last guidebook location. Yanortash. The flames here have never once gone out. Not since the Lycians built a temple to Hephaestus at the base of this slope to explain why the mountain itself burned. Homer's chimera was said to breathe this fire. Bellerophon rode Pegasus down from the sky and killed it with a spear tipped in lead, melted straight down its own throat by its breath. Climate after dark. The fire's still coming up through bare rock. Faint blue at the root, same as it ever was.
That night, I decided to stay in this nearby cave. I left my cave the next morning and found a surprise right outside.
This was not here last night. Oh. Okay. A gift by Hermes. Alright.
Jede, wanted to leave you with 2 parting gifts and a warning. But the gifts first. I've given your horse a bit of an upgrade. You'll need it, especially for the warning. I have also left you with a drawing I made of us. I have enjoyed assisting you on your quest. Now for the warning. The great chimera guards the fires at the top. You'll have to defeat it in order to use the fires. I hope your timeline treats you well, Hermes.
Oh, Hermes, that's very sweet. That's actually very sweet. Alright, what does he mean by the horse? Yes! Yes, Homer, yes! Oh, we're doing this in style. We are doing this in style, buddy. Okay. Oh, wait, yes, I have the bridle. I can tame you. Is that all I need to do? Oh, it's gonna take a few tries, okay. Almost there. Okay. Okay. Yes! Oh, that is so cool! That is so cool! Yes! Okay. We are doing this in style. Alright, the Chimera should be scared. This is actually sick. This is so cool. Alright, Homer. Wait here. I have to see the other stuff they left for me. Alright, we also have a spear, just like from the stories. I like that a lot. And, a drawing. Wow. Thank you, Hermes. That's really... Wow, look at that. Look at that drawing. It's me, like you can barely see it from the way I'm holding it, but it's me with a sword and he has little wings. That's great. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Okay. Let's get ready for this final one.
The newly improved Homer and I now went to defeat this final monster in style. Sure enough, we soon found it.
Well, that spear didn't last very long. I didn't know you could throw it. Didn't know that that's what we're doing. Ooh! Ooh, okay. Okay. That is a proper... Okay. Alright.
I quickly ran into the forest, but this thing followed right behind me. As I crossed over some rivers, I was able to lose it. So I healed up and returned to Homer. After picking my spear back up, we went to hunt it down.
Go, 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 go. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, Homer. There it is. There it is. Going back in. Okay. Okay. Alright, this is gonna be a tough one. Alright.
I was on the verge of death, and I was not about to let this chimera stop me from going home. So I retreated to the mountaintop. The next morning, I did some hunting. I then came up with an idea. I needed to lure this beast to a place where it can't use its fire. A place where I also have the upper hand. I hopped on Homer, and we headed out to find the chimera. After doing so, we began to lead it towards the ocean. This took quite some time, but eventually, it headed through the shallow waves and into the depths. Oddly enough, the sheer weight of the chimera made it start to drown. Seeing as this was my chance, I lowered down and went to get the final kill.
That's right. This is my soil. This is my ground. Ooh, okay. Alright. We're good, we're good, we're good. Haha! Alright. Just like that. That's how it's done, Homer. That's how it's done. Goodbye, Chimera.
Homer and I flew back that night. The next morning, I knew what was about to happen. So I climbed onto Homer, and we flew around. Perhaps a bit too high. But eventually, I knew it was time.
Alright, buddy. I guess this is it, huh? What a journey we have been on. My question is, how am I going to use this fire? Oh, I bet you that's what I need in order to craft it. Okay. Alright then. Let's, put it kind of like this. I'm guessing this goes in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Alright, buddy. It has been an honor. In just a few moments, you won't exist anymore. That is odd, isn't it? But I have to return home.
And with that, I placed the vase.
And back in another cave. Well, it looks pretty similar. Maybe it's not. Yep. Everyone's got their little guidebooks. Yeah. Back in the modern era. Well, I have a long way to go in order to catch back up with Hudson and Charlotte, so I better get on that.
I then started my long journey home. So while I make the trip back to Charlotte and Hudson, let me rate the difficulty of Ancient Greece. Ancient Greece gave me some of the scariest experiences of this series, while also proving to be difficult even without the monsters. However, I can't ignore the fact that I was reduced to just a few hearts multiple times throughout this video, with the last 2 monsters I fought almost killing me. So with that in mind, I give Ancient Greece a solid 8.5 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. I've also decided that I didn't meet the requirements for base review this episode, since I didn't really change my boat enough for it to qualify. Look, I don't make the rules, except I do, but that doesn't really matter, because there is still one more day. I finally made it back to the Olympia Museum on day 100.
Smitty, there you are. I was so worried. Where have you been?
I told you. The conversation about the columns clearly upset him.
Well, look, what matters now is that you're back, but unfortunately the tour has been over for days. How about this? Maybe we can all take a look through the museum together? I'll fill you in on all of the information you missed.
Alright.
I would love to contribute.
Alright, come on then. Let's go check it all out.
Okay. You know what? I don't mind that. Even though I'm sure I know more about ancient Greece than you two right now. But we won't talk on that. Yeah, not gonna do that again. Uh-huh. It's funny.
The task of putting this episode together was like no other that I've faced. My entire team was working with accuracy and respect in mind, as we always are. But I really have to give a special shout out to my builders on this one, because they nailed it. And with Veronika's guidance, we all put a ton of effort into this recreation of ancient Greece. A place that has been recreated and reimagined countless times, transforming into a country that could not be prouder of its history. A history with a mythology that is still relevant today. It's no wonder that we still look back on this era of history in awe. Because from the Renaissance to the modern era, we draw inspiration from this ancient period constantly. It really is incredible to me that we can all collectively reminisce about a place and time so far removed from our own. But that's clearly a testament to the arts, literature, and philosophy of its own time. A time that we will never experience, of a place that is still very much here. Because, among its history, people, scenery, and legacy, there is only one Greece.